Hello and welcome to the presentation of our final project of procurement logistics. As we all know, most of us really understand the subject when we practice said knowledge. This is why, as a group, we developed a procurement plan for the company we created, Cuadebook, committed to the manufacture of 7 subject notebooks of 240 pages and translucent plastic-colored covers that best adapt to the needs and wants of our target market, which is university students. Our production process consists of having the sheets already graded or squared and cutting the colored plastic used for the cover of the notebook and the separators for each meter, so we can finally proceed to ring and finish the notebook. As a first step to obtain a much more accurate comprehension of the industry and our competition, we did a benchmark of the companies that offer a very similar product than us and that have a similar period of experience. Then we needed to carry out said planning by gathering valuable information that could help us to successfully forecast our demand so that we could know how much materials we would need to purchase in order to satisfy said demand forecast. When we had said data, we made a graph to better understand it and conclude on which forecast method would be best. Never mind, for the project purposes and to be absolutely sure of the answers, we carried out all forecasting methods so that later we could analyze their maths and choose the method that gave us a more accurate demand forecast. And finally, after analyzing the market and having a good idea on how much we would sell, we proceeded to find possible suppliers and then evaluate them under different criteria according to the items type so that we could find out numerically which supplier is best for not only the company's but the consumer's interests.
Taking into account how complicated it is to get the solid record of our competition to the market analysis, we took as a base the people with active university education in the period of 2019. Since we found the data from 2020, to the era of 2019, we added the increase in the population in order to have an estimation of our target market. Starting from a realistic base and due to all the competition we have, we start with a market share of 0.1%.
Okay, so for the demand forecasting, after having several students for each semester, we perform an analysis of the data behavior in which way that we will help us to see which will be the estimated demand and the best forecasting method to know which will be our target in 2021. So we analyze the graphic and the movement of the demand in recent years and apply all the forecasting methods. Also to compare all of them. After that, what we saw was that the movement of the graphic have a big tendency. It doesn't have like a cycle, and we compared all of them with all the math, and we decided that the best forecasting method was the linear regression. So here we can see we conclude that the best method of the forecasting demand was a linear regression with a math of 2,610 for the semester 1 and 1,850 to the second semester of 2021. What we see here in the forecasting, we can see that our expected demand in the first semester of the year was 74,368 notebooks, and for the second semester 51,720 notebooks.
Okay, our 3 raw materials to produce the 7 subject notebooks are the square sheets, double O rings, and the plastic caps. Here we forecast that amount to know the quantity of its products and establish a minimum of 4 suppliers that can satisfy our needs. We know that the materials are easily accessible, therefore an important factor for us is the cost. The score sheets we found 4 suppliers: Gravatas Papelería, Panamericana, Mercado Libre, and Baigam. These are the criteria: cost per unit, quality, lead time, geographical location, guarantees. And with 1 we gain the lowest rating and 5 the highest. Analyzing its suppliers and concluding qualifications that the most viable company is Garabatos Papelería, highlight that it gives a low price and has a short delivery time, and it's close to our company. The double O rings, we found 4 suppliers: Goethe Industrias, K & Co SAS, Duplo International, and Aniplus. The same criteria as the previous table, only we include the reputation and the production capacity. Here the supplier we would like to work with is Aniplus. Highlight what is the production capacity and reputation, and of course the good price. Finally, we have the supplier of plastic caps to make our covers and dividers for the notebook. And these are the 4 alternatives that we found. In this case, we don't base ourselves on the price to show it, but on the size, on the color option that it gives to us. So we chose the group FLA.
By doing this project, we could further comprehend the huge advantage a company has when it takes the time and effort of getting to know the market and industry in which it will operate, by also having a clear picture of who their main competitors are. Also, how important it is to know how to effectively forecast the demand of a product or service so that the probability of overstock or stockout situations could be avoided with a higher chance. And finally, the huge impact it has on the logistical operations of a company to establish the proper relationship with their suppliers and to previously, because of their thorough understanding of the brand and its consumers, be able to pick the best supplier for the organization.